Hello, everyone. So what had happened was I turned the video off, and then I watched the thing, and the thing was Oops All Star Fox on GDQ. So it was fun seeing all the Star Fox runs. I didn't really pay attention to Star Fox adventure, and what I saw, it seemed like it had transformed into some kind of like cerebral adventure swimming through the sea of unconsciousness, because every time I look over I just see Fox swimming in a void. But the first one was really cool. The first one was the original Star Fox, and that's my Star Fox, so you know that was very fun to see. Then I watched the Star Fox 64 run, and I followed the runner because he seemed pretty cool. And then there are a couple of runs by people that I already follow. Supersonic did Star Fox Assault, which was cool. And then after that was Argic, who is one of my favorite streamers. He did Star Fox 26, I guess some kind of any percent run that he said he learned in 2 days because he wasn't supposed to be there. But one of the runners, I guess, fell off the face of the earth. And then, yeah, it was a good time. And then this morning, I was watching RPG Limit Break. Their Final Fantasy Relay was on, and they did Final Fantasy 14, not 14, 15, plus 1, 15. And that was fun, and it got me in my feelings about Final Fantasy 15, which I will hopefully get into later this year. You'll see. But for now, we're going to continue this game. Please keep in mind, this is not going to be a regular series like Octopath or Bravely, because I want to play this for myself. So I'm going to be playing it at work or after work in bed, you know, when I don't have access to my streaming recording materials and when I don't feel like recording. So you're just going to get bits and bops of this whenever I feel like doing a recording, which I felt like doing a recording this weekend. So here's Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I have my coffee ready and my waiter. Winning? Yeah, good idea. Get a load of this, losers. Yeah, I knew it was going to go to a cross-examination. Winner's winning deduction. Hi, Bernie. Our friend, the artist here, won the race to find a victim and was first on the scene, correct? And the gas the victim was poisoned with is made from ubiquium, which, as we know, is found in paint. He was carrying paint on his person, and he was one winning stride away from the victim, which surely makes him the winner on our list of suspects. I'm trying to give him like a big to cat voice without being too big to cat. Right, Gavel? You think so too, right? It's a possibility that certainly can't be discounted. Well, would the artist like to share his version of events? Did you leave red paint at the scene of the crime? Or something more sinister, the catalyst for a cloud of toxic gas, perhaps? I think I might have left my heart there, you know? And you might have picked it up. Oh, straight Larry. Straight Larry. You are hopeless. I would be careful what you say to me. My gavel's already primed to deliver a guilty verdict.
Objection!
Ignore him, please, Your Honor. It's for the best. Oh, self-advertisement. I just posted a fic like a few minutes ago with Mouse Edgeworth in it. He's the main character, and also it has Phoenix Wright in it because, of course, I like that ship. I don't think I'm gonna write much more of them. I might try to finish the fic that I started years ago. Bernie, what are you doing? Let's see. Let's see. Let's add source. I'm going to do window capture, add a new window capture, Scrivener. It's Scrivener, right? It's Scrivener. This is my big one shots and travels file where I just throw anything in there. I also have a separate file. If I do this here, Kindred Spirits. Now that is, well, you can't see the menu, but there's a file that I have called Kindred Spirits where it's that's the name of a Partikari fic series that I started, and the fics in here are not all in that series. Like the one fic I'm focusing on in here is about fucking Temenos. So I just have sometimes these really big files that I just throw everything in. This is for general fandom. There's some Octopath in here too, but anyway, this one right here. I started this. When did I start this? 2022, 4 years ago, and it's not finished. Oh my god. Maybe when I replay Spirit of Justice, I will figure out how to finish it or what I was thinking when I started it. But I don't know when I'm getting to Spirit of Justice. I mean, I think I'll probably continue Apollo Justice after I finish this and just proceed from there and just refresh my memory. But yeah, Miles Edgeworth has been standing and pointing for quite some time.
Objection!
Quit stalling. You can't run away from the fact that my reasoning is flawless. So admit defeat and crawl out of here with your tails between your legs, because I win. Ha! I have better things to do than pick holes in your faulty logic, but I don't suppose I have much choice. Rebuttal.
Hold it!
Cat is here. Bernie, don't get to my coffee. Bernie, no! And she's not gonna do it because she would smell it and then just be like, yeah, I don't think so. Let me take a sip. I'll be the first to admit that he's something of a suspicious character.
Objection!
First to admit? Are you trying to beat me to it? But you can't, because I'm the winner. I'm the first rate. Always. I'm a first rate artist, you said? Larry, I don't need you to make this any more convoluted than it already is. Please, Mr. Winder. Continue. He's suffering. Bernie, he's suffering.
Hold it!
You do indeed. It seems it's found in a number of everyday products. Right, which makes your friend's paint pretty darn suspicious. But isn't it also found in a bunch of other stuff too? It's red 40. Okay, that's what it is. It's red 40. She has a winning point, I guess. Right, Gaville? I suppose she does. As I said, ubiquitium is also found in dishwashing liquids, among other things. In other words, paint isn't the only possible explanation. No, but just listen to the rest of my amazing deduction, won't you?
Hold it!
It's by no means certain that paint was the source of the poison gas. Huh. Well, it's by no means certain that it wasn't either. Is that supposed to sound clever? Copying Mr. Edgeworth's speaking style and the shortcut to looking cool, you know. Yeah! Oh. You make it sound as if you think there's something wrong with how I speak. Okay, so there's this one line in my fic. I had a friend look over it because I just wasn't sure about it because this was my first time publishing an Ace Attorney fic. So he looked over it and he was giving me some, like, you know, grammatical, technical suggestions, and he says there was one line that said art phones, and he said, "Oh, it's supposed to be smartphones," and I said, "Art phones is deliberate." And he's like, "Was it a terminology that I overlooked?" I'm just like, "No, I'm just writing mouse Edgeworth." And he said, "Oh, I just didn't think like Edgeworth," because he says the wrong thing very often. Anyway, to bring it all home, my winning deduction shows he had paint, and he was closest to the victim.
Hold it!
That's really all you're basing your suspicion of Mr. Butts on? What? You have a problem with that? Then show me some proof, loser. Put up or shut up. Consider asking for it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me save. I'll read your beautiful line, Mouse Edgeworth. Give me a second. He is, so let's find the right piece of evidence and really give it to him. You know that Mr. Winter isn't much of a listener. We also know that his reasoning is likely to be based on a flawed assumption. Yeah, he even phoned the other guy and he still got it wrong somehow. Let's get this over with as quickly as we can. It's a waste of all our time. Find the artist here, won the race, find the victim. It's first on the scene. The gas the victim was poisoned with is made from ubiquitum, as we know is found in paint. Getting paint on this person, he was a winning stride away from the victim. Surely makes him the winner on our list of suspects. I keep pressing the wrong button. I don't know. Let's give it a good college try.
Objection!
Okay. Your deductions are anything but winning, I'm afraid. Unless you're looking to win a prize for incoherence. So you agree I deserve a prize. He is so... What you deserve is to be set right. The gas came from within the case containing the sculpture of Pisces. It did, and it was created by the artist guy. With the red paint we know is full of ubiquium. Allow me to offer you a bit of advice, one prosecutor to another. It always helps to listen carefully to others. The gas is created when ubiquium is mixed with another substance, asphyxion. Paint containing ubiquium alone wouldn't create any kind of gas at all. I also love his stupid hair. You got some question mark. I love that trope when people emote with their hair. That is so cute. It would. I thought they said that the guy was asphyxiated with ubiquium. Oh no, baby! So you're telling me this was all based on a mishearing of the forensics report? Yeah. The gas has already done its work by the time Mr. Butts found the victim. Perhaps it's your own aptitude you should be worrying about. Aptitude? What does that even mean? You literally used the words 5 minutes ago. It means flexibility or how suited one is to a particular task, Eustace. And attitude, the other word you misused only minutes ago as well, is another thing entirely. I get what you're doing. You're making fun of me again. What I am doing is demonstrating that you do not have the aptitude required to head up this investigation. Before you go any further, you might wish to consider some flaws in your own statements. What flaws might those be? Firstly, that you cannot prove your artist friend did not enter the Autumn Wing. That's And secondly, that you cannot prove the red paint did not have something to do with the crime. But the paint isn't important on its own, surely? What's important is the combination of the red ubiquium with the white asphyxion. How exactly were the two substances introduced to one another? Really, we need to figure that out before anything else. Indeed we do. That's what Eustace will be investigating next. What you already be investigating had you not been here making needless trouble. You're not here to make trouble, quite the opposite in fact, we're here to help. Are you saying you know how the gas was made? I don't believe you. I can certainly point you toward a vital clue as to how it was done. He's bluffing, Eustace. Ignore him. It's fine, Gavel. He's clearly lying. Might as well let him talk himself even further into a corner. If you are sure, come on then. Show me what you've got. What shows how the grass was created, huh? Use blowtorch. Probably to use a blowtorch, but
Take that!
it was not to use blowtorch. They can cause disease, nausea, and perjury. Oh, that's just a typical prescription medication. No worries. Where is he going? No, come back! You're simply moved away from me!
Take that!
You're saying this somehow shows us how the chemicals were mixed to make the poison gas? That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. Thank you for noticing. Well, they do say I have a good eye. The red bear tears Mr. Butt saw, that was the ubiquium. Wait a second! You're saying the statue cried this stuff out? What's our culprit is some kind of evil spirit? How much time am I going to have to waste talking him through this step by step? Red tears alone would not have been enough to create the gas. They must have mixed with something else inside that case. What? And what evidence do you have that that's what happened? Excuse me. The evidence is right there in the sketch I just showed you. I need to point out the part that shows that the two liquids have mixed together. Obviously, this lovely pink substance right here. Observe the pool of pink liquid beneath the Pisces statue's glass case. Stay liquefied, Kirby. Shame. This clearly shows that the two chemicals mixed. What? Wait, I don't get it. How does that prove that some ubiquium mixed with some asphyxion? We have an artist with us. Why don't we ask him? Larry, you claim to be something of a painter. Imagine you have some experience mixing colors? What happens when you mix red with white? Don't treat me like a dum-dum, Edgy. I did graduate from junior high, you know. Anyone knows that red and white make pink. I mean, there's variations. You got your rose pinks and your baby pinks. That'll be more than enough, thank you. You see what I'm getting at now, Mr. Winter? Oh, I think I do. Ubiquium is red, asphyxion is white. Mix the two together, you get pink. That's what the pink liquid is. Yes, very good. We got there in the end. Yes, interesting. You finally convinced him.
Overruled.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have raised the possibility, nothing more. You cannot know for sure that this shows the result of the two chemicals having mixed. And besides, the sketch you are attempting to enter as evidence was drawn by a suspect. How can we possibly hope to rely on its veracity? Hey, I drew everything exactly as I saw it. A true artist never lies or embellishes the truth. Forgive me, but I did not ask for your opinion. Oof, she's a cold one, but I like it. You may rest assured, Your Honor, that I mean to prove my theory to all of our satisfaction. It may not be wise to jeopardize your position any further, Mr. Edgeworth, especially as there is another question for which you have yet to provide a satisfactory answer. How can you prove that this man did not enter the Autumn Wing? Until you are able to, there's little more to discuss. Wait, maybe the victim could help us out with that. Mr. Gusto, he is still unconscious and in critical condition. He is? Oh. Now, if you don't mind, Eustace needs to carry out his own investigation of this area. Would you be so kind as to leave him in peace? Who said that? Who say that? Who say that? You say hold it. Larry? You say hold it? For the presiding judge's sake, I pray to the goddess that she need not ever be summoned to testify. Now then, is there something you wish to say, Mr. Artist? Could you just hold that pose for a moment there, Miss Ice Queen? I am Justice Verity Gravel, and I would be grateful if you would dispense with the childish epithets. Oh, finally she tells me your name. Nice to meet you, Verity. Name's Larice Donim, but you can call me Larice. If you could stop wasting the court's time, Mr. Donim. Oh yeah, sorry, there's something I forgot to mention. The door was locked. I tried to open it, and then the old guy came tumbling out. Just appeared that the door can be unlocked from the inside. However, that does not necessarily mean that it was locked at the time as you claim. Now, proof your statement carries little weight, I am afraid.
Objection!
Well, as it happens, I can back our pal up here on that. Yep. He tried to come in here too, but it's just like the guy said, it was locked up tight. Ain't that so, Mauserino? It is. I distinctly remember how it went. So, Winterwing, Winterwing. Huh? I don't believe it. It's locked. The gallery's open for biz, but the Winter Wonder Ring's off limits? What gives? Prior to the incident of the gas, it was not possible to enter this room from the outside. And what is to say that your suspicious friend was not in here with the victim the entire time?
Objection!
The fact that he didn't suffer the ill effects of the gas. Search him for a gas mask if you like. I doubt you'll find one. See, and I suppose we'll have to take you at your collective word. That was a little too easy. Well, Judge Gavel, do you accept that Mr. Butts is no longer a viable suspect? And once again, Mr. Winter's deductions have fallen short of the mark? Heh. What are you talking about? I just need some more information, that's all. You can't blame a guy for being a little hasty with his deductions. You know it's not cool for our prosecutor to be saying stuff like that, right? Very well, then perhaps we should call our next suspect. You sit down now. You may step down from the stand. Huh? Go, you mean? But I was enjoying our time together, Verity. Let me stick around, please. Overruled. No mercy, switch my heart into a goopy mush. I love it. Who exactly is this next suspect? The pharmacist Alicia Stone. Your artist friend may have struggled to lay his last hands on the bottle of pesticide ultra. But someone in her line of work would surely have a better idea of where such a thing might be acquired. The court hereby calls for a 10-minute recess. Eustace, we will go and fetch the suspect. Your winning smile will bring her warning, I'm sure. My winning? Of course, Gabrielle. Let's go get her at once. Hey, Detective Flatfoot. You carry on investigating while I'm gone, okay? Sure. Is it possible? Could Judge Gavel have suspected Miss Scone from the start? Now that she mentioned it, she wasn't helping Mr. Winter like she usually does, huh? What exactly is your angle here, Judge Gaffel? To be continued. 1 second. Right the fuck now. April 2nd. Because I keep saying 2 in the last video, which is weird. It's April 2nd. 12:05 p.m. So did I call Autumn Rain. They sure are taking their time. I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Heh. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. But wait no longer. I won the race to find Alicia Sohn, and here she is. Oh dears, this lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me? Alicia Scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Alicia to my pals, and even Miss Delicious the Sun. You can call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright, Winnie. Winnie Pooh, huh? Winnie Pooh. Interesting name. Whatever you say. It's lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for calling me the winner. Oh, have you met before, young man? Get a load of this, Alicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miles. He smiles. Aww. If you want to address me when I give a name, just Miles will do. Oh ho, a preggy beg-leg son, now grown up too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? I wonder just how old she is. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah. What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Why? I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I sent you to help look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much, really. Just looked up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote? It's like that? Does it have flowers and I forget the other stuff that was in Gassie's concoction at the end of Apocryph too? Oh yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. It certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped though. We're much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to the hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. Do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Oh yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear. And he was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they said. Wow, so the old dog really went to Zhang Fa and whipped up this game, just like he said he would. Perhaps if we can proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone. Are you familiar with a substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Of course, dear. You use it to get rid of you-know-whats. Oh, it's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shop. Might I ask what you mean by you-know-whats?
Bugs.
The little blighters that frighten the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours, surely that's what.
Bugs.
These little creatures. running around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them.
Bugs.
Oh, I get it. Those! Thank you, Miss Stone. One more question, if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals asphyxion and ubiquium are combined? Finishing off my coffee? Oh, yes? It's right there in the infesticide ultra and disruptions. Do not mix with products containing ubiquium. Ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, well, death. Poor old Gussie very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you need, probably 500 milligrams of each chemical, I'd say. Milliliters? He certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist. Ubiquium's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips, that's why they use it in everything. The Fixion's more watery, and it's white in color. That will do, thank you. You're clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, dearie. After all, Infesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh, before you get the wrong idea, they don't go handing out free samples. As I said, it's awfully, terribly dangerous. You wouldn't buy it even if you wanted to. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone, very interesting indeed. I think that tells us all we need to know. Strange, I thought she suspected Miss Scone, but something in that smell makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. What is it?
What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report?
Yes, sir. Turns out the sculpture's glass display case is open from the top.
That's rather unusual.
And the temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The Pisces case was kept at 26 degrees. Dang near got my hands stuck to it.
You're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case?
Yeah, they found something on the underside of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquium.
Oh, now we're talking.
Whoa. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. Oh, 26 degrees would have been frozen solid. I'm doing other things, sorry. I was checking my mail. I saw that I had a friend request on Steam, so I was like, okay. Because I was talking to a friend and, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Right. Artificial dumb band, what? I'm looking at Blue Sky now. What the hell?
It would, huh? So, how did things wind up as they are now?
I think Kay might be able to help us figure out. I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Or at least Mr. Thief might.
You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about. He doesn't know what the heck anybody talking about. TBH.
Take it away.
I can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy. But whatever, anything for the truth. Also, the usual, my nose decides it, detects that I am recording a video, and it's just like, now is the perfect time to get stuffy. And then I have to blow my nose. Before you get too carried away, the goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. Youch! Why so frosty, Judge G? Your baby prosecutor just gave us a big thumbs up. What's the issue here? Oh, wait. Don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out? I am not required to explain myself to you. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around. What exactly does she have in mind here? Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. You heard the lady smiles. Somebody opened the Pisces case and let out that gas. Considering what we learned so far, there's only one person it could possibly be, no? Yes, the answer is indisputable. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas? Obviously it's Eustace.
Take that!
I'm just probably not the right person. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Was probably the victim?
Take that!
The victim, Carmelo Augusto, was the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus only he could have opened the case. Correct, that appears to be the only logical answer. Very well, I'll permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. Understood. Even if Mr. Gusto did open a case, we still have no idea why. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Let's use that data we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off. On it! Eek! Don't scare me like that. Well, this is what you were talking about. You're Mr. Thief. Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. There's a generous amount of ubiquium frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. Yeah, which is what's keeping that lid on real tight. The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Somebody really went to town on your little house there, huh, Pisces? Well, I'm offended. On behalf of all Pisces. This is an outrage. This will not stand. And do you have any idea of how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Well, it doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see, so we have a cracked piece of glass that we know is ice cold on its inner facing side. And we also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer facing surface. Thoughts? Ice cold makes me think the way you glare at people, sir. Cracks makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead. It was cracked by heat expansion, applying heat to the ice cold glass, when the outside will cause it to crack. Ah, well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Why indeed? A heat cracked glass lid, lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium. You look like the cat that got cream, Malzarino. You know what happened, don't you? I certainly do, and what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. What? But you didn't give me... What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first. This is why I don't do voices, but I don't remember. would have been quite the wait.
Well, why don't you keep it to yourself, Edgeworth? I want answers.
How did Mr. Gusto open the case? It's gotta be this.
Take that!
The blowtorch showed signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the Autumn Wing. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack.
A blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case?
Oh, I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen ubiquium so he could open the lid.
Indeed. You beat me to the answer by a second.
Well, that's how it goes in speedrunning. It's all down to seconds and milliseconds, and you know, you could lose a PB or a WR. But blink of eye.
We'll see who wins in the end.
And try and tell us he knew he had it. He didn't have a clue.
Nuh-uh. It was Mr. Edgeworth making things hard to understand.
Alright, would you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. Winter can follow along too? Yeah, sure, just for him. Alright, here goes. Mr. Gusto was alone in the Autumn Wing. And while he was in here, he used this blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. And? As the ubiquium melted and mixed with the asphyxion that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room, where he collapsed. We opened the case and out came the gas, huh? Seems we got there in the end. But why the heck a doodle do? Didn't you want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did. Check out not the Autumn Wing, but the Winter Wing. You remember, right? I thought this was where the Winter Wing was when we first got here. Caught you out too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused about it being where Chillywinkie's room was all these years ago. There's even the same little tree in front of the blessed door. Who wouldn't be all sixes and sevens? I'm ending the video. Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the Winter Wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. Winter, I suppose. Eureka, ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer! The answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all! A dramatic exit stage left. Sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. He was going to unalive himself, as the kids would say. Have you been listening at all this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word, and I still understand exactly half of what's going on. Oh no! Perhaps I can explain a few to finer details to you later, Eustace. Winner's prerogative. Winners? Sure, thanks, Gabriel. Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What is it now? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. That's nothing to brag about, you know? Shut up! Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah. I have something more important to tell you. It was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, yet you use your expertise to try and take one. Many such apothecaries and octopath traveler champions of the continent. Well, there's at least one. I beg your pardon? How dare you? I didn't know such thing. Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Winter? You bet I can. It's a load of this. This is Miss Delicious Pharmacist's license. And it says right here that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. A product that we have established contains astristigon, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly. It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. And Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it! This is all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
And that's not all! There's a bottle of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. We know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, hmm? No! There was only one person on the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Scone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery. And you would have had access to the building and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. Oh dear, listen, you don't understand that Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying! It's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not it. And that's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I know it was in here somewhere. Look! And what is this? There's something written on it, I think. April 1st. Complaint filed. Offensive. Theft. Item stolen. Infesticide Ultra. 1 bottle. It's a crime report. Reporting a theft. A what? See, you silly billies? I told you someone pinched it off me. A week ago, no less. By which you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag, just in case, you know, just in case.
Chill the bugs.
And I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but well, I'd forget in my head if it wasn't screwed on. What you need to do is you need to be like me and have one of those, like, locks on your, controlled substance. So that's how I take my Adderall with me. I have a lock on it, and then I unlock it to take it, and then I lock it back up. Because it's a controlled substance, and I think technically you're supposed to do that. And now, thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. I see. But why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance with you? Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of
them.
You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around clean kitchens type of them? Are they them, maybe? You just roll up a newspaper and whack! One and done!
Now, what do I do now?
Ah, of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Stone's story after all. He may be lying to us. Good idea, alright. I'm gonna give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. But Miss Stone might not be guilty after all. Indeed. If she really were the one who set up the poison gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. But who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior, and the time and means to prepare. Two factors which point to one very specific person. Oh yeah, and who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy.
Take that!
Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We need some solid evidence to support such a theory nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange, it's like he already knew. Whew. Nice shooting, Malzrino. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. Ahem, I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No, I mean, we're only just getting started. Oh, then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Eustace. Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing. Yes, sir. Vel, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace. We'll join you if you don't mind. April 2nd, 1:35 p.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Hey, Mr. Winter, weren't you going to talk with Miss Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Means I can just sit back and wait for their report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little motherfucker. He's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Ah, it's a body. What on earth? Order! Order in the court. Somebody call forensics. Bad news, sir. Real bad news. Order! It'll have to wait. I will have order, detective. The ice sculpture winter wings. They've all melted. What? Did? Oh my god. This game, I swear to god. What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? Yeesh, talk about deja vu, which was like 18 years ago. Even the ice melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coinky dink. You're with me, right, Malzrino? I am. I think the answer's lying in the IS-7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Hey, great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane. It's a hot dad time? A hot dad time? Hot dad time? Dad time! Yay! I can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case. But that's been 18 long years since. Sorry about that, my nose keeps clogging up. And it makes it hard to talk. Murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, nonetheless, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was part of Sam Tangarora's chocolate tabloon. He'd been hit on the head with a large rock salt lamp and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicia Stone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away. 18 years ago. December 24th, 9:05 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. All Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out in no uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. Estrogen? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Now, Eddie, it was always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. That's why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such cases. Be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped. That doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. Estrogen. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. Heh, you're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise! Here's Green Agnia. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Whoa, you're the best, Miss Bound. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help. Well, these are a little too sweet for my liking. A little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. No way, they're great. They're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine me, of all people, mediocre perfectioner. What? You mean you made these yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Getting neat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Brown whenever he wants sounds amazing. I'm sorry, did you say something? Nope, nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bound. Of course, what right would I have to stay here otherwise? What do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life, and became the father I never had. I can never repay him. So my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I must be getting old. Yeah, same, Greg. I'm welling up a little myself. Okay, not same. I went on this on Blue Sky. I don't cry in media. If I'm crying, that means either something is wrong, like I'm having a depressive episode, or it's about cats. But I just don't cry in media. Like I think one of the last times I remember crying out was maybe like I was playing Popopia and I got the music box and the music box was playing the theme of the song. I thought that was really sweet and I got misty-eyed. And there's a moment in Spirit of Justice where I was just like, okay, this is sad. Okay, this is sad. But you get me. But yeah, I don't cry at things, which is, I guess I have a bit of a complex about it, but it is what it is. And to think today is Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything. If there's something I can do to help, just say it. We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you can help us by answering the question. Do you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but you wanted to see some of his work. I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final. My, they're stunning. Okay, I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice? Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations in the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The story so starts. Okay, true. Take Gemini for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Oh, hold up, the lyre doesn't have any strings. Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? It doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Wait, really? I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type. I think she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound? Yes, I use this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I'd love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes, come on, Mr. Estrogen. Let's get a shot of the both of us. Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day. Ready? Say cheese! There, all done. And the pictures are to keep, Mr. Vendor. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. There aren't many negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangaroa used the same camera during the contest? Yes, you assumed correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestants' work. But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Ah yes, Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected? Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really though? I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah. Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera has been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera in this picture, Miss Pound. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Detective Bad, Miss Scone. Are they done investigating? Done with me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin speak the end of me. The cheek of him. I swear to God knows. Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Did he run you out too, Detective Bad? Yeah. Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. He can't do things his way with me around. Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? About the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work. Is that really why Mr. Gusto went to Mr. Frost's room? Got a photo room right here if you need it. It's all yours. Exclamation mark. Wait, what? Why would you give it to us? Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective! Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma will be happy about this. Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. Estrogen. Well, I haven't the foggiest idea of what you're all going on about, but here's some new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at the photograph. Here. This is what Frost's room looked like right now. Yikes, there's nothing left of its flavored ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. I assume the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, once that was out of the socket, the display cases lost power, and up the temperature went. Looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope, still working on that. Those sculptures were beautiful. What a waste. You can say that again. I should have taken a few more bites that... So they tasted good? Did they ever? I never tried ices so scrumptious in all my life. I don't like ice like that. I can't like eat like crunched ice or anything, or people who like just grab ice cubes and suck on them. Yeah, I don't get that, but that's me. Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable. Salty bit? I don't think ice and salt go together. And the other photo you've got there, this bit, the harpy thing. You ate the harp? You're a nice liar. Wait, that's why I had no streams? Because you ate them? You didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you, it was all horrible and salty. Interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. And could someone other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone? Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Sleewing's work. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. Is that we go. It looked just like that. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait! I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. Are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? What? No, I barely knew him, I swear! Is that so? You certainly seem to have strong opinions about his attitude toward his work. No, the sculpture is so carefully made, I didn't think he'd miss something so important. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. What makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares a key feature of another piece of evidence. Well, I don't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So what are these two pieces of evidence of yours?
Take that! Take that!
Miss Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculpture. I think they were a signature of sorts. Well, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Wing statues had the letter PH carved in them, plain as day. PH? Shouldn't it be as fuck? You think so, but take a look at this. This is the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. When pressed into the surface of an item, it would have left behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark you see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set. The same pottery mark? We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. Fact of which you are well aware, correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity to the public, so it's the only way to know his works truly is. I mean, Paul Halik was... That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. He was an extraordinary confectioner, and, while we're doing this, fiddle with some settings. Oh, well, I guess that's speedrun tech. Mr. Frost was, in fact, none other than the famed sculptor Paul Halik. Mr. Frost and Paul Halik were the same person. But it's not like the mark's hard to copy, though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct. Alright. I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it. You're aware of who Mr. Frost really was? It was... When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halik. Imagine his entries in the confectionery contest for his final legacy. A great man like that. And to be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken. Oh, I must have gotten it mixed up with the one Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. This suggests that you only took 2 pictures of the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures? I don't know.
Take that!
The camera? You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me. Oh, you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too. 3 photographs in general, yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining, out of a total of 20. You took 4 pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to. I'm so sorry. I confess I've been lying to you. Huh? These are all shots of Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. And when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you? It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's working, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. Well, I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for prosperity. And how did that make them melt? I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power code without noticing. Okay, she really is green Agnia. she really is green Agnia. By mistake, are you sure? Yeah, I did not plug this in correctly. There we go. I didn't notice it at the time, but well, how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces? Seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not in a position to refute it either. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please don't worry about it. The important thing is you told us the truth. What he said. No hard feeling, Miss Bound. Thank you. Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps. Hope it helps! Oh, this motherfucker. Are you Infernal Nuisance still here? You don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like, the answer is still the same. You are not part of this investigation. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. Seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you on your stubbornness. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. What? What is the meaning of this? I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusto. No concern of mine. I didn't do anything. Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto? You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was. Objection. Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Bound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samsa Tangaroa. No, I will be interrogating you personally, so you better get your story in order. I understand. Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself. Do you think I care because... Brad, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got going anyway. It's rather late. I hope the snow's let up. You're right. Home time. Don't eat the paper. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Alright, let's go grab a burger. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. Do we get to see little Miles Edgeworth? Do we get to see little Miles Edgeworth? We will indeed in our first part of calling you Mr. Tangarora. I want to see little Mousy. Aww. Okay. Well, we're doing it to be continued, and it's not going to be continued because I'm going to stop the video. So as I said, this is not going to be a series. I'm playing this for me, and you get to see some of my reactions sometimes. Whenever I feel like making a video, that's when I make a video. But for now, this is it. This might be the last video of Ace Attorney Investigations. I don't know. But, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video, whatever that may be. Bye-bye!